Wynn, Indiana. 10-year-old boy's out hustling newspapers on the street. Gentleman comes up and asks him if there's anything to do in town. Little boy says, "That block over there, sir, there's a vaudeville theater. There's a great comic there this week. You should see him." And he says, "That's fine, son. Are you going?" He says, "I can't. I have to sell these papers." So the man buys all the papers from him and gives him 2 tickets to the show. Walks away. The boy's up in the theater box. Show starts. Who comes out as the headliner? The guy who bought his papers, gave him the tickets. After the show, Usher comes up into the box and takes the little boy backstage. Ed Wynn, who was a star comic at the time on vaudeville. 1923, Ed Wynn. He asked the boy what he wants to do in life. And the little boy says, "I want to be a comic star like you. How do I do it?" And Ed Wynn says, "Well, everything you do funny. If you walk on stage, walk funny. If you sing, sing funny. If you dance, dance funny. If you talk, talk funny. Everything you do on stage, you do funny." Cut to 1956. The little boy from Indiana is now Red Skelton, biggest star on television, has the #1 hit show, movie star. And on the same lot, they're shooting Requiem for a Heavyweight. Rod Serling wrote it, being shot for live television. Red Skelton's curious, so he goes over to see the production rehearse. And who is in the production? In a small role, 70-year-old Ed Wynn, who's now a washed-up comic. He's got a little small role because his son had a bigger role and got them to hire his dad for this little role. He hasn't worked in a while. Red Skelton hears 2 CBS executives talking about how they're going to fire the old man who's not doing well in rehearsals. He's nervous and he's botching his lines. Red Skelton walks over to him and says, "As a favor to me, will you keep that old man on the show? He's a pro, and when the lights and the action come on, he'll deliver for you." Well, it's #1 star on television, on their network. Of course they want to keep the man happy. So they do what Red Skelton says, and they keep Ed Wynn on the show. The show is broadcast, the production goes, Ed Wynn is perfect. And he goes on to have a career as a dramatic actor. Diary for Anne Frank, other movies he did, other TV shows he did, because he was nice to that little boy all those years ago. Cut to a story about me. Back in the early 80s, I give a lot of work to John Pate, a fellow comic. He needed to get a start on the road. He opened for me, then he featured and headlined on his own. He remembered because 40 years later, he hands me an original Red Skelton painting. Be kind. Be kind as you can.